Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if it's live or yet, but if you can hear me or see me, if you can hear me or see me, or both, we'll put something in chat. Let me know. Let me know what's up. Morgan, I submitted an 8-hour edit of Lord of the Rings. Is that okay? That is, in fact, not okay. I mean, you can submit that, but I'm not going to watch it. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Welcome, everybody. Hey. Hello. Welcome. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get my chat working here. Hey, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in chat. Give me a seems good, please. So I want to make sure everything's all good. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a great time. Oh, boy. Feel like nobody's followed directions still. Did you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Thanks. Thanks, Morgan. The one person who follows directions. Oh my goodness. I'll let everybody get in here. What's up, Kai Blue Grass Boy 25? Hey, camper van couple. Hey, I recognize you. So cool. Yeah, in short universe, how's it going? Kartik Krana 786, hello, good to see you. Hello from Paris, France. Well, hello from Oregon, United States of America. That's where we live. Oh man, guys, we're gonna have so much fun today. Here's what we're gonna be doing. There is a link in the chat, and I don't know how many we'll be able to go through. It might be like 3, it might be 300, I don't know. But I'm going to have a look at your work and give you the very best feedback that I possibly can in the time that we have here, just to help you, to encourage you. And yeah, basically this is kind of like full transparency. This is a little sample of kind of what we do in Ground Control Film School. Okay. And I have a special thing for you. If you've been thinking about it, if you've been eyeing it, if you're wondering, maybe I want to get in on that. I have a special thing to tell you here in just a minute. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, I'm going to give you the very best advice that I can and tell you what I think would be the biggest action that you could take to make your videos more professional. Sound good? If that sounds good, give me a thumbs up in chat. All right? That's what I want to hear. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, Smooth Photography. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so here's how it's working. Dan is looking at the submissions as they come in, and he's just sending them to me in a message so that I can take a look. So I don't actually see who they're from. I'm not really exactly choosing these. They're being given to me. So if it seems like I'm being unfair, I'm not. All right. So let's do it. Let's do it. First, this one, Dan's cracking up. This one is from Harold. Let's look. All right. Can you guys see this? Everything good? Dan, you can't be laughing the whole time. It's going to distract me. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's see what's up. This is Dan.
I don't know what my purpose is anymore. I'm in command, so I command. But it's just going through the motions.
It's ready, sir. Let's thank you for the briefing.
Can you guys hear this and everything? Is it coming through okay? Is that good? All right. It isn't echoing or some junk. All good? Okay. So what I'm hearing is blame Dan. Exactly. Please blame Dan for all things.
You were specifically chosen for this assignment based upon your psyche eval. Tell me about November 1965, Major.
Oh, Operation Wandering Soul.
4 years ago, I saw a dead man get back up and tear my men apart. And nobody believes me.
There's a story here. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but that's the job.
We have designated it Operation Wandering Soul. Its purpose is to undercut enemy morale by undercutting their effectiveness in the field, by using their own superstitions and folklore against them.
I find it distasteful.
Can I make it a little louder? Yeah, I can try my best here. I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna turn it like this.
You make my country into your own personal playground, and you play to the ignorance of the peasants.
You know, there's a whole other war going on out there right now besides this one. And whether you like it or not, you're a part of it.
They got a holiday about this, Bulan Day. They leave offerings out for their dead relatives.
Oh
Get
boy.
rid of her. Permanently if necessary. Kill orders to me?
The order has agents here, and they're onto you.
Dang, that's crazy. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so a couple things that I would say here. One of the okay, as far as like the editing goes on this,
Go tear my men apart.
I mean, one thing is the production value is pretty sick on some of these shots.
Nobody
Like
believes me.
this shot is crazy. All right, and then when they're shooting the gun and everything, that was pretty good. That's pretty cool. Like, that's cool. That's really fun. Okay, so I think overall what this has is I forget exactly how, I don't know exactly how to say it, but there's this this way of filming that it's like it tends to stick to wider shots, and it's maybe not using like the visual language as effectively. So I think the biggest thing here is there's some kind of visual language here that could be improved. I think that's the biggest thing that stands out to me. So for instance, like,
Yet, but that's the job.
so she's looking right at the camera.
It is yet,
That's one thing. Who is she talking to? That's my big question. It looks like is she talking, is she like a reporter that's talking to the camera? It's hard for me to understand that.
It Operation Wandering Soul. Its purpose is to undercut enemy morale by
And then again, it's like, okay, who is this guy talking to? I know this is a trailer, but there's like, I think that's the big thing of like why this feels a little bit different than like a movie that you would see in the theater is there's a lot of I think visual language stuff that could be improved here. Without going into a huge big thing on that, I think that's what I would be looking for next. The effects and everything here are pretty cool. And I've seen I've seen a few shots from this person too, and definitely is a lot of work. And there's a lot of like really cool effective stuff, like a lot of cool effects and everything. Yeah, that's really awesome. That's really awesome. The graphics I think are pretty neat. Like this. The one thing I would say is like, okay, when you make a cut here, I wouldn't fade it in and then fade this out real quick. It kind of feels sloppy when you do that. So I would either fade the whole thing out or fade it out first before that cut. It's that kind of like little detailed things, like all of those kind of go into it, right? That's cool. That's cool. Hey, thank you so much, Harold. I really appreciate that. Thank you for submitting. That's awesome. All right. Hey everybody, if you're just coming in, what we're doing is I'm just going through work that is submitted, and we have a form where you could submit work. I don't know how much time we'll have to get into anybody, but I'm just trying to go through as much work as I can and give the very best. Like, if you were going to do one thing to improve your video, I'm just trying to give you some feedback on that. This is stuff that we typically do for our students in ground control film school, and we'll all look at it as a team. It's slightly harder to, like, technically to stream that, so that's why it's just me streaming it this way. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to bring up this next one here. This is from Kartik. I'm a vlogger and using the CapCut nowadays, but I want to build the story of my day like in a documentary, but I failed to do that. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Okay, this is from Kartik.
यहाँ कहानियाँ छुपी होती हैं और आज मैं पहुँच गया हूँ एक ऐसी ही कहानी के बीच। जिला सिरमौर का गांव पेनकूफर। लेकिन इसकी पहचान इसकी खूबसूरती नहीं बल्कि यहाँ की आस्था है। देवदार के घने जंगलों के बीच जहाँ धुंध भी इजाजत लेके गुजरती है, वहीं पर विराजमान है देवी शक्ति श्री शिरगुल महाराज और श्री विजट महाराज। शिरगुल महाराज दो जगह पे विराजमान है। एक स्थल है पेन और दूसरा स्थल है ठंडी धार। यहाँ लोग इन्हें सिर्फ मानते ही नहीं हैं, इनके आदेश को जीते भी हैं। इस गांव में ये एक आवाज पूरे समाज को एक कर देती है और शायद यही वजह है कि यहाँ लोगों के बीच देवी देवताओं के प्रति इतनी आस्था है। आज के इस सफर में आपको हम ले चलेंगे ऐसी संस्कृति की ओर जो किताबों में नहीं मिलती है, वो विश्वास जो सिर्फ महसूस किया जाता है। और शायद इस वीडियो के बाद आप पहाड़ों को पहले जैसा कभी देख भी नहीं पाएंगे। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं ये खास सफर।
गाइस, फिर से स्वागत करते हैं एक और नए ब्लॉग में। मेरा नाम है कार्तिक, काम है ब्लॉग ना। ये हैं हमारे राजगढ़ के निवासी जो रहते हैं पेनकुफर में, और नहीं, पेनकुफर के निवासी जो रहते हैं राजगढ़ में। बाय प्रोफेशन ही इज़ एन एडवोकेट। तो आपका स्वागत है हमारे ब्लॉग में।
थैंक यू।
तो अब हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं आज, मतलब थोड़ा सा बताएंगे।
हम राजगढ़ से जाएंगे अपने पितरी गांव पेनकुफर।
Okay, so overall, this is really cool. Why can't I pause it?
जागरण।
There we go. This is really cool. I mean, you're taking us along on your adventures here, and I mean, it's exciting. It's fun, and so we're already seeing a lot of this kind of cool countryside that you're showing us. It's a nice kind of intro to like kind of getting into it. This is where we're at. Yeah, and I think that works pretty well. Now, here's what I would say. These kind of effects where you're going kind of black and white and you're fading and everything, I would say you probably don't need to do that as much. I think that's more work for you, and I don't know if it adds lots to it. Like here where it goes black and white and then it kind of comes back. I think it's okay. Also, I don't know if I would fade it quite as much. I think doing some cuts would be just fine for that. But this comes in as a pretty well paced and nice intro to the story. I love how it feels like, I mean, we're along with you here. I mean, it's kind of a selfie kind of thing.
By profession he is an advocate. तो आपका स्वागत है हमारे ब्लॉग में।
You have your graphics kind of popping up here.
हम राजगढ़ से जाएंगे अपने पितरी गांव पेनकुफर, जहाँ आज हमारे कुल देवता का जागरण है।
जागरण में क्या क्या होता है यहाँ पे, स्पेशल क्या क्या है?
जागरण में हमारे जो कुल देवता कुल देवी का पूजन होता है सारी रात, भजन कीर्तन गाना पूजा पाठ।
चलिए, तो चाची का वेट कर रहे थे, चाची आ गए और ये हैं अमित भैया और साथ में।
Yeah, this is cool. I mean, it feels like we're on an adventure with you, and I love that. And so, I mean, if your goal is to document your adventures, this is already working pretty well. I would say, okay, so one thing that I'm seeing here real quick, hopefully this actually loads, is there's a mix of all these different graphics. And this is something that I see a lot, and we see in our students, we see with a lot of people is there's this like mix of graphics that are different fonts. Okay, so this font right here is different than the fonts at the beginning, and you're kind of putting them behind trees and everything, which is really cool. But there's this desire to make your movie more exciting by adding a bunch of different fonts, and it doesn't really make it more exciting. It looks inconsistent. And so it's exciting enough. I would recommend that you use the same font, the same kind of graphics throughout, because that's going to look a lot more professional. It's almost like, you can kind of think of this as like, it feels like you're trying too hard, right? Like if you're going to go like ask a girl out or whatever, and you seem really desperate, that's kind of what I mean. You know, you don't want to come across that way, because it doesn't look as professional. So that's one big thing I would say. The actual like speed of this and the storytelling seems pretty good, but I would definitely work on those graphics. And yeah, thank you so much for your submission. That's really cool. That's really cool. I do have to keep moving because we have quite a few submissions here, so I'll keep going. Hey, Jake Whip, good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right. All right. So this is from Morgan. He says, this is a music video that was shot in just 3 hours with 30 minutes spent feeling out the location. The rest was shooting and moving, lighting, shooting, etc. This is all left us only 15 minutes of buffer time, a one-man team. Yes, client loved what I provided, has thousands of views, but how can I get better? Which issues do you see I could have worked on some more? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. All right, this is a music video from Morgan. Yeah, this is good. All right, this is great. I mean, overall, really, really solid work here. Really solid. Okay, so big things that could be better. The one thing that stood out to me was some of these shots feel a little like there's a lot of grain in them. And so it's like this here, which might be like a film grain thing. I don't know. But some of them look really, really grainy. And I don't know if it necessarily looks on purpose. And it kind of looks like just some of the shots are really and I think why is because I don't know if it looks like intentional, you know. That's the big thing, is like it's almost, if it is intentional, it's like not enough, you know. Like a stronger film grain might work better on that. Okay. Yeah. And then overall, I feel like the color grade's pretty cool, pretty good. It does feel a little flat, which is, if that's what you're going for, that's fine. If it's kind of like the Instagram-y filter kind of thing, I think that works well. But then some of the shots, like I don't know, I feel like you could maybe have a little more contrast in it and get away with it. And like some of these don't like have noticeably less contrast than the other ones. It doesn't feel like it's so uniform in between. So I think maybe working on that, but even that's like pretty nitpicky. Like this is pretty great. Here's what works, I think, really well is when you're cutting in between several different kinds of shots. When you have the shots of him just singing and then he cuts to like other shots of him singing, I feel like it's not as exciting, you know. But having like these cut to like the black and white and the other angle and everything and shots of his shoes and everything, I feel like that kind of makes it a little bit more exciting. Yeah. Yep. So, but dude, this is really, really solid. Really solid. In fact, what you might even do on these black and white ones is add a little bit more film treatment on it. Like have the film damage or something on it so that it's like obviously a kind of a filmy looking shot. You could also maybe do for just a touch of sharpening on some of these shots too. They're a little bit soft, like especially this one feels a little soft to me, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm giving you a lot of notes because it's overall quite good. And so I wouldn't even worry about it too much, but if you were going to make it, you know, 10% better, I think that's the way to do it. Yeah. I think that's really good, man. Great work. Great work here. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, we have quite a few here. We better get moving. Guys, if you don't know, this is the kind of thing that we do every weekday inside of Ground Control Film School. So me and Dan and Sam, our team, we will sit down on the couch and we will review your work. And so if this is something that you're like, man, that's really cool, I wish somebody would look at my work and help me figure out the next biggest thing that I can work on to make my videos better. That's exactly what we're doing at Ground Control Film School. That's like the big thing that we're working on. Let me kind of show you around here. So Ground Control Film School, this is our online community. And this is something like, I've been telling everybody about it because it's amazing. All right. Here's how it works. This is on a platform called School. And this is an online community where you can go and you can make a post. And so like we have posts from a bunch of people that I haven't asked if I can show them yet, but basically you can post a video and then my team will review it and will give you feedback like I'm giving you now. And then usually there's like one big thing or like a kind of a main thing that's going to help your video, right? So like for Morgan, it might be like adding that film grain stuff or doing the color grade, right? What you can do is you can go into our classroom, and this classroom, this has all of our Resolve courses. Okay, so these are the Resolve courses that we sell on our website for hundreds of dollars. These are included in your membership for Ground Control Film School. Isn't that crazy? And so you can go in here to like Color 101 and you're like, oh dude, I need to learn color management. Cool. Here is the whole course, everything that you need to learn whatever is missing, whatever is in between you and being like making really pro stuff. That's what you do. Then you can either use the projects that we're giving you here, the practice projects, or you can apply it to your own projects. Go back to the community and make another post and say, hey, this is with those fixes that you talked about, and we'll review it again. And then you figure out exactly what you need to do and you get better way faster. We're seeing people in this community like who couldn't shoot videos and make awesome videos that like couldn't do it a couple weeks ago. People who just were super confused about editing actually make good edits. Like, it's insane how quickly it happens. And so, yeah, we're just trying to, like, we made this amazing thing. Now I'm just trying to tell everybody about it because it's so cool. And here's what we're going to do. All right. I didn't tell anybody about this, but here's what we're going to do. There are 3 tiers to this. Okay. There's standard, premium, and VIP. VIP includes one-on-one coaching with me, meetings with my team. Standard is everything that I just showed you. Premium is the yearly for the standard. Okay. And it includes a pre-production and a production course. And you actually save money by getting this. But here's the thing. This is normally $947 a year. Right now, I'm going to make it $847 a year just for this time right here. So if I'm live, you can actually get this for $100 off. All right. And that's only going to be available while I'm live here. Okay. So if you sign up, you get a whole year of Ground Control Film School, which is all of our courses and feedback 5 times a week from me and my team. It's a ridiculous deal. Okay. This is your time. This is your chance to jump in and do it because the price goes up at the end of the call or at the end of the stream. And yeah, it's pretty awesome, guys. So I'm going to keep going through some work here. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Becky has been a long-time student of us at Ground Control, and she's learned so much.
The new Dragon Power-Up Airplane Kit is super fun and it's app control.
It's not just a kit, it's something more, something real.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
Fly, my dragon! Flies away!
With a 250-foot range, if you lose signal, it glides down. No life or death struggle required.
Awesome.
So, would you like to take one home with you today?
Yes, and a belt clip for my phone.
Yes. This is so awesome. So yeah, Becky's been working on this for quite a while, and a lot of this is actually 3D, like a 3D scan brought into Fusion, and like shot on green screen and all this stuff. She's been learning so much. I'm so proud of Becky. Just been crushing. And so Becky was asking me actually the other day about the kind of the depth of field here, and I didn't quite get a chance to comment on it.
So would you...
There's a way that you can kind of fake depth of field inside of Fusion. There's kind of like two. There's actually a better way now in the newer Resolve, but this is kind of like the quick and dirty way. And I would say that it does show a little bit. It's a little bit. There's kind of like halos around things a little bit here, and so that could be improved. I think Becky's definitely well aware of that and would. But yeah, I mean that would be one big thing. And then I feel like overall this is
It's not just
really nice. I feel like the audio could maybe take a little bit of punch, especially this at the end right here.
Struggle required.
It still sort of feels like it's on a smaller, kind of crispier mic. And so that could be a big thing.
So would you like...
But I love this transition. Guys, check this out. This is so cool.
Struggle required.
Watch this. Whoosh. Look at that transition from like CG to real life. And the reason that works is because we have this constant screen direction where we're moving from left to right. And now watch. As it goes, the real thing is moving left to right also. And and it's kind of motion blurred and everything. And so it's like this perfect transition. This is so great.
So, would you like to take one home with you today?
Isn't that cool? So much fun. Gosh dang it. Good job, Becky. It's so fun. So fun to see stuff like that. Getting creative, flexing the creative muscles. Okay, this one's from Noah. My target audience is car guys. Some shots didn't fit quite right, but it's what I had. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, this looks awesome. Yeah, buddy. Mm-hmm. That's fancy. That's a fancy car. Okay, so yeah, this is a great edit. The stuff in the interior looks really fantastic, and here's why. It's because of the lighting, okay? Because we have the light coming in from the windows, and we just have this nice kind of like, you know, dark background. There's lots of contrast, feels really nice. Okay, so this stuff works really, really well. And then outside, some of it works really well. This is great. But like right here, I know you said that like you didn't have pick on all of this stuff, but it's kind of disappointing to see this awesome car just like kind of parked on the side of the road, you know? Like obviously you'd have to go and you know, reshoot it and everything, but like parking it even just in like a big parking lot away from other stuff that isn't so distracting, especially this red car. It's pretty distracting. One thing that you could do would be even just to like desaturate this red, or even add a little bit of color grade to where you have a little bit more brightness here and kind of darken the edges, and that can just help with that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, so I think overall the biggest thing is these look really good because of the lighting, and the colors and everything look pretty good. It looks pretty consistent. The shots it's a nice variety of shots, and you're editing to the music. Like it cuts right on those beats. Yeah. And this is cool. This is exciting because it's like an orbit shot. That looks cool. Again, it'd be so much better in a different environment, you know? So I feel like really the big thing here, and again, it's like you kind of said, but like the big thing is the production, right? So it's the lighting, especially for car shots, because some of these shots are so great. You obviously know what you're doing with editing, but like just a different subject or a different location is going to make all the difference here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's really the biggest thing. Okay. Cool. All right. Here's a music video clip. Hey, to Bernard.
The Seine flows slow tonight. A silver ribbon, Paris fragrance and the heavy scent of past. I hear jazz notes lift me up, they are meant to last. Neon secret floating on the river Seine. The boats are drifting by, washing out my pain. The air is thick with perfume and smoke within the dark. I see a little magic, I see a little spark. From dusk until dawn, the city comes alive. The river tells me secrets that will help us thrive. It's all coming back to me, the pale night. Remember us, say the lights through the night. From dusk till dawn, the jazz slowly swings. We listen to clues that the shadows bring.
Okay, so here's my thoughts on this so far. It looks like we have this main shot of him singing, which is on a green screen of some kind. And then we have quite a few like AI generated shots, right? As far as AI shots go, I think overall, I mean, they're pretty relatively tasteful. However, I think that this would be a much, I think that the experience that it would probably be better with real people, you know, just because, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being I don't know, seeing the AI and everything kind of ruins it for me. But there are some good shots here, and I wonder if maybe you could mix them in a more subtle way, possibly. Most people probably aren't going to notice, and so that's really, it's okay. It's okay. The one thing I would say about this one is I wonder how hard it would be to just get a real red curtain rather than do it on a green screen or do it with a key, because it's the thing with green screen is it's very, 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 very difficult to make it look really good, right? You can make it look at this level like relatively easily, but like you can tell this is green screen. And what bugs me about green screen is it's hard for me to figure out even what to do about it. Right? I've actually had videos about this where I'm like, it doesn't look right and I can't quite put my finger on it. Really, like for this, if he's just in front of a red curtain, like I would consider shooting him in front of a real red curtain, or even just a background with, you know, like bokeh in the back, you know, because that's going to feel a little bit more grounded. Yeah. Yeah. And I also wonder, like, this is mostly, it's just shots of him singing into this. And I wonder if telling a story of him singing it might be good. You know, if he's, I don't know, sitting in a room or a dining room or something, singing, rather than just him like performing with the microphone, might just be a little bit more interesting. You know, because if you're trying to spice up the edit, I think, again, it would probably start with getting just shots that are maybe a little bit more interesting than that. As far as like the actual lighting and everything going on this, like it's pretty good. It looks pretty nice overall, I would say. The other thing is, like, I just don't know if there's much of a story, you know, and I feel like having a story in your video would be really helpful. And like, it's kind of just some people enjoying like different shots of them hanging out, standing there. You know what I mean? Which is one of those things that's hard to make with the AI as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's some thoughts. That's cool. Thank you so much for sharing. This is great. All right. Let's take a... This is from Jonathan East. I'm going to try and... I think my link is broken. Let me double check it here. Oh, it's the same one. I get it. Okay, I know how things are. All right. Let's do this one. This one's from Jonathan. This is beautiful. That was really fantastic. Really, really good. Okay. Here's what I think is really good specifically about this. The biggest thing is the lighting. All right. So like this right here, where we have this nice light coming in, and he's not just like, this isn't just shot in the middle of the day, you know, isn't shot on a overcast day, right? Like that really, really helps. That really lends itself because you get this kind of like sunset feeling, right? So yeah. And then we also have kind of similar lighting on this. We have that nice bokeh in the background. This is just overall very, very well shot, very well edited. The colors are very nice and everything feels really, really consistent. I'd say the only thing, like this shot right here feels a little cool maybe to me. I feel like that could maybe warm up just a touch, but like compared to the other shots. But overall, we have this nice kind of teal and orange look that I think is done tastefully. And yeah, man, like, I don't, what do you want? I mean, that's really, really solid. Yeah. I do agree with the camera shake thing. I think it's maybe just a little much, especially like I did notice it on these kind of end shots where it's just a little shaky. Overall, the whole thing I think is, there's a little bit of camera shake. I don't mind it. I don't think it hurts it. You could probably do maybe a little less, but if it's actual real camera shake, then it's there, you know? Yeah, Blackmagic 6K Pro and DJI Make 4K. Awesome, dude. DJI Mini, awesome. Dude, that's really, really solid. Really solid. Yeah, you obviously know what you're doing here. Jonathan has been a student in ground control for quite a while. Makes amazing work. We learn a lot from Jonathan. That's pretty common. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you. All right, Michael. Michael says, let me know what you think. Here, hold on. Sorry. Okay. Overall, this is cool. I would say the big thing here is I feel like the titles are a little much. When it comes to this, I'm kind of wondering what this is for. That's my thing. Like, is this a commercial for the Shave Ice place? If it is, why is your name all over it? Right? Like, or is that the name of this place? Is that the name of, that must be the name of the Shave Ice place. If that's true, I would recommend not doing this crazy thing because it's really hard to tell. Here's the deal. Okay. So if this is like, hey, check out this awesome Shave Ice, starting with the product that looks awesome is probably much better than something like this, where we have an ice cube in the back and we have all of this, right? Like, starting with something like this would be much better, especially if this is for, I mean, if it's any kind of ad, if it's any kind of like, hey, get this Shave Ice, start with something like this, right? Where you can start with something that looks really good, you know, start with something like this, you know? As far as the edit goes, there's a couple things I would recommend. Okay, here's one. Here, I could not read this at all. And it's very strange to cut this out and then have like this black background. It feels like this is another one of those times where it feels like, ooh, I found a cool effect and I'm just going to put it in. But it's not, it doesn't feel motivated. You know what I mean? If you're wanting to do something like this, probably make it rotate slower. Cause like, I don't even know, I can't even read that. You know what I mean? Especially if I go back, I could read it. But like, I'm trying to read it right now and I can't read it, you know? So that's not going to be effective as far as this video goes. And then also, yeah, this cutout, it looks kind of tacky. So I would get rid of this whole shot if you're trying to make it look like professional. This is, again, we need to come up with a word for this. I keep telling Dan, we need to come up with a word for like, we're trying to make it fancy, but it comes off cheesy. And I don't want that for you. Okay. All right. The other thing is watch, I think it's like here. Right there. There's like a, where's the thing? Yeah, there's a flash frame there. So a flash frame is when you have like one, like a clip that's like, there's like one frame missing and it's just black for a second. And that's something that's like, you gotta learn to see those kind of things. So, and then the other big thing I would say is all of these colors, because this is like a fun, happy thing, these colors could be punched a little bit. Like it kind of looks great. Even this thing, even like this, we kind of have these green tones here in the back, and we don't have those colors very bright. You know, they're just not very bright. And it feels like they should be. If it's like fun, happy, like candy, sugar, this kind of stuff, these should be really, really bright. Okay. Like, especially this kind of thing. This orange looks good, but it's like, even that, I feel like there's a little bit of kind of like green undertones and stuff. So definitely some work on the color grading. I feel like even just like some contrast would really, really help this, like an S-curve kind of contrast on this stuff. That could do it. That could do it. Yeah. So there's some thoughts on that. I think your biggest bang for your buck is take out those titles and let the edit stand by itself and do a little bit of contrast for your color grading. All right. That would make this video much, much better. Cool. If you're just joining us, here's what we're doing. I am going over work that is being submitted, and there is a link to submit your work. We probably have a full queue at this point, but I want you to stick around and learn because, man, you can learn a lot just by looking through this. This even helps me figure out like how to explain stuff and how to kind of put my finger on things that I see a lot. And really, this is the kind of thing that we do as a team. Me, Dan, and Sam, we sit down and we review videos every weekday in Ground Control Film School. And this is the single easiest way, the best way, the fastest way to get better at video creation, video production, editing, Resolve. Because if somebody can give you feedback and say, hey, this is the big thing that's going to make a difference, that is how you get better at lightning speed. All right. And that's what we're seeing with our students here in Ground Control Film School. Here's what we're doing. Okay. So this is on a platform called School. And what happens is you can show up here, you can post your video just kind of like you would post as like a Facebook post, but it's here in our private community. And then me and my team review it and give you feedback kind of like I'm giving here. And then once you figure out, okay, this is the big thing that would help me, color grading, right? Go to your classroom. And we have all of our Resolve courses included in your membership. All right. So you could go into the Color 101 and learn color grading. Once you have a little bit of idea of how color grading works, you can try it out on your video, go back to the community and actually make a better version of your video. And then we'll give you more feedback and we'll help you more. And so this is the way people are getting so much better at video in like just like a week, 2 weeks, like making videos that are twice, 3 times, 10 times as good. It's seriously ridiculous. It's so good. And so I'm inviting you specifically. I want you to be part of it because if you are serious and you want to make your videos professional, like you want to stop messing around, stop watching tutorials, stop guessing, and really figure out like, this is what I'm missing. And this is what I can do to make my videos awesome. We want to help you with that with Ground Control Film School. All right. Now, it's a $97 a month subscription, all right, because we want people who are committed. But we also have a yearly subscription, which is normally $947. But during just this stream, if you sign up, you can get it for $847. So you'll save $100, all right? And we're going to put the price back up right after the stream, okay? So if you want to get in, this is the way to get in, all right? Because we do this kind of stuff every day. If you want me and my team looking at your videos every day, this is the way to do it. Okay. All happens here on Ground Control Film School. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. All right. Cororic's motivational edit. Let's do it. Ooh. Oh. Hold it. Oh. Wait. Hold up. What's going on? So this is okay. This is cool. There's a lot of AI stuff here. As far as an edit, as far as storytelling, it's quite good. Like you're seeing the progression of this. You're seeing him get better and get motivated over time, which is great. Although it's a little lost on me because I'm not a deer. Like, and so I'm like, I can't quite put myself in the spot of the deer. And so I think that's a little strange, but the actual edit of it, the storytelling is quite good. Yeah, I like that. The one thing that I was like, I don't know about is, where was it? Right there. Like that seems like a strange transition because it has the bars over it still, and it's like a frame within a frame within a frame, but it kind of looks like you just took like the cropped video and like put a transition on it, which most people maybe wouldn't care about, but like I would crop that, you know, like I wouldn't do that. So that's interesting. And is this made with CapCut? CapCut AI. And then at the end, that really gets me. The David Goggins thing. Because it's like, we have not heard about David Goggins at all. I think that's who he is. Until now. And then it's like, stay hard. And it's like, I will. Like, so, yeah. But I mean, as far as, storytelling, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, yeah, Dan's cracking up in the background. Can you guys hear him? Yeah, that's funny. He's having a good time. Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you for submitting. Appreciate that. All right. We have time for a few more here. Let's keep going. Okay. Moheit says visual quality and aesthetics. That's what they're looking for. Okay, let's see. Let's see this. Okay. Whoosha. Here we go. You guys having a good time? If you're still here for it, give me a thumbs up in chat. This is so much fun. We have such a great time reviewing stuff every day. It's so cool. And what's great about the film school is we get to see people submit their work and then like a week later get even better. Like just they keep getting better, and it's so cool. So cool. I love that progress.
I'm in Dubai, and this villa is worth than 250 crores, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go. So this is the entrance hall, and can we please take a minute and appreciate this beautiful light piece? It's fully custom made. There is...
Okay, cool. This is sick.
I'm in Dubai, and
Okay.
this villa is worth than 250 crores.
I don't know about that whole VO thing. Like, it's obviously a VO thing.
Villa is worth than 250 crores.
I mean, it's fine. It still works, but I definitely noticed
And
that.
I'm going to show you why. Let's go.
Okay. One thing I'd say is this color grading here. So this is obviously like some kind of teal and orange split tone look. Okay.
Let's go.
And then we come in here and it's not on it. Like that look is not there. But it's on some of it. We also have these that are really bright, and it's not that big of a deal, but like the subject is kind of bright too. And so I feel like I don't know if this is overexposed or if it just has too much contrast, right? Because like this looks like there's too much contrast on it. Like you were using a LUT, and then that's just how it looked with the LUT on it. That's kind of how it feels to me. And I could be wrong. Like this looks like the Vision Color M32 LUT to me. Am I right? Did I say it? Because that's exactly what that LUT does. Overall, it's quite good. It's quite good. I would say the biggest thing, because like the actual like edit, the timing of it is really good.
So this is the entrance
Check this out. So this wide shot, you see how the whites are white?
hall, and can we please...
Now look here. The whites are yellow. So there's a little bit of color matching that could be done here. Either making this one more yellow or this one more white, to have a consistent look in between. I actually just released a video on that. I would recommend you check out that video and make sure that your color workflow is something like that, because that's really going to help you.
Minute and appreciate this beautiful
I think
minute.
the graphics here works pretty well.
Take a minute and appreciate this
Not mad about that.
beautiful light piece. It's
There was some graphics here. Yeah, this one. I don't know if I'm totally sure about this one because it feels very different. I would maybe take away this back field because we just haven't seen it anywhere, you know?
Made. There is
overall it's pretty cool.
50 crores.
This is an example of pretty good title design. All right. The one thing I would say is that it's a little hard to read. You could maybe do a drop shadow here, but as far as the feeling of this text and the size of it within the frame, it's quite good. It's quite good. It feels high class because it's small in the frame. We talk about this a lot. But yeah, something like this, I think just with a little bit of drop shadow so you can read it a little better might be really good. All right. Yeah, timing the shots with music was spot on. Absolutely agree. This is really good work. You should be very proud of it. It's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, little color polish I think would be good. Okay. Giuseppe Greco. Hip hop music, video clip, clarity of message, visual quality, and aesthetics. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Let's go. Ooh, this is exciting.
Oggi conta il tornaconto, resto su altre vibes. Guarda come crolla il mondo, voltati rewind. Ognuno con i propri guai. Dai, dimmi chi non tocca il fondo e nulla va da sé. La vita non è come nelle favole. La strada 107 buche salta le. Prima di cercare fuori ama te. L'amore non ha condizioni agape. Ho vagato così a lungo che non trovo più vie. Ho mentito così tanto che non so dir bugie. Ed io non so parlare d'amore ma rapparlo in rima. Scalda, sbrina, è medicina. Ricordi fra quanto ci credevamo prima. Poi i nostri sogni sono svaniti come stelle alla mattina.
Okay, here's something I would say. The speed of the song doesn't match the speed of the video. All right? Now, I don't know what all of this is saying. So, that might come into play here, but here's why I'm saying this. Check this out. When we go from this shot, oh, sorry, and it's kind of the intro, nothing changes when it comes in, and I feel like something should change. You know, there's like that kind of stutter, like brrr, that kind of thing. Have some kind of stutter edit, I would think. Like cut to something else or something there, because right now it feels really kind of plain, like we're just watching this guy and there's not a lot going on, and then he's doing this, which is interesting for about that long, right? Like, so it's like boom, that's about it. Now we get it. We're still here, we're still on it. What's he doing? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's too long on these shots, especially for such high, like, quick music. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Let's see how, and it looks like these are kind of the same 2 or 3 shots throughout this. So one big thing that will help your future videos is get about 10 times the shots. Like, literally get like 30 shots instead of 3, because then you can mix them up and you can vary the timing of them, and that's really, really going to help. Okay. As far as the color and stuff goes, it's pretty good, I would say. It's black and white, which is but it's consistent, which is nice. Yeah. Let's do just the end. That's a cool ending. Him walking away works well. That's awesome. Yeah. Great job. Thank you so much. All right. Boop. Tom says, what do you think in general about this clip? It's supposed to be a short from a boxing event. Okay. Ooh. Dude, I don't want any of these kids after me. They're tougher than I've ever been. Even the ref is tougher than I've ever been. This is great. Really, really quite good. That guy's pretty intense. Okay, at this point, I feel like it's getting, you know, pretty repetitive, but I don't know that much about boxing, so it might be really exciting for somebody who's into boxing. Okay. Here's some thoughts. Overall, this is really great. It's very clear. I think the color grade is very consistent throughout. The pacing, I think, is good, mostly for like the first third of the video, and then it feels like it gets a little slow. It feels like it's kind of repetitive. I feel like you could probably make like this part of the video could probably be like half as long. And be really, really interesting, really good. But yeah, the sound design is quite good. I would say the bell is a little bit distracting, a little bit much. And the kind of like whoosh thing, I think you could take those just down in volume a little bit, but it's good. It's good overall. The one thing I'd say, okay, so this final shot, I feel like we're watching him, something's about to happen, but he kind of just gets down. I don't know if that's like the very best end shot. I would probably rather end on something exciting. Like even like this. Like, oh yeah, that's great. That's cool. Like I wouldn't end on this shot. It's kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? And then this end thing. I would lose this. I would lose it. Because this part, like as far as design goes, this doesn't match with this, and so it feels like that's tacked on, and it feels like somebody made you this thing, and then I don't quite understand a lot of that. Which if you like it, it's okay. I would say like just from a professional, like, hey, does this person know what they're doing? The rest of the video looks like this, looks good. And then this feels a little bit cheesy. And so I would just one thing that would really help it is change this font. Change this font to something normal, like rather than this like scripty font. It looks like you're gonna talk about Lord of the Rings or something here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I would lose this end thing, and just if you're wanting to branch or to brand yourself, just say your name small on black. That's going to be better. Okay, that's my prognosis. Yes. So okay, let's keep going here. I have a few more minutes. Let's keep going. Let's do a couple more. Okay. Okay, this is from Arts MJ. This is something I edited while learning DaVinci Resolve from your YouTube videos. Tried to make it look a bit cinematic with footage shot on the Pixel 6a. Still figuring out color grading and overall editing flow, so would love some casual, honest feedback on how it looks. Awesome. We could do that. That's easy. Let's see. Let's see what's up.
You only live once. So go live.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, here's what I get from this. So it looks like you're wanting to be like an inspiring, like get out there, go do stuff kind of video, right? And it's cool because you're like going and exploring and everything, and that makes me want to go out and explore in the forest, which is like what it's supposed to do. I think overall for the color grade, it feels like old filmy kind of vintage look, which if that's what you're going for, that works. I would say it's maybe just a touch strong on some of this stuff. Like for instance, this one, everything's kind of the same color, which that might be just how the environment is. But I think a little bit of maybe just contrast. There might be, it seems like there's like some kind of look on this that's kind of making everything the same color. Yeah. And so like, and here, like in the trees and everything, and this might be from your footage. If it's shot on a phone, like it might just be overexposed, but that's something I noticed. The levels on their skin's pretty good actually. So, and then here's another thing. So this is the same thing, right? The fonts. Okay. Here's one font, two fonts, three fonts, right? I don't know if I would do that. If you're going to alternate fonts, do two fonts. Cause like this is fine, but then it looks like this is like, okay, if there's one font and then there's two, it's like, okay, maybe that's a design choice, but then there's a third font and it kind of goes like, you're just throwing a bunch of fonts at this. You know what I mean? I would make this, just make this the same font as this one. Make this yellow font. Yeah. And it also, yeah, it does go by fast. Like, just keep this over the next couple shots. Like, go live it. You know, whatever the big message you want to send. Yeah, I would punch that a little more. I would keep that around for longer. I think that would be a good idea. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. That's so cool. All right, let's see if we can get through a couple more here. All right, Margaret asks, is this the right balance between drawing and real life story? Let's go. Let's go. It's cool. This is just fun. I mean, you're an awesome artist, obviously. That's amazing. As far as a mix, I feel like it works pretty well. The one thing that I did not, that I was like, wait, what? Was when you started. Oh gosh, no, oh no. Okay. Let's see if I can pause it at the right time. Here, why are we watching a TV? Like, what's up with that? Why is the... Oh, it's because it's Stranger Things. It's better to see the dog. It's weird. It's weird. I would lose that. As far as the balance between the drawing and the story, I feel like it's pretty good, and it's funny, it's goofy. I don't mind it. Honestly though, I kind of just want to see you drawing. But I could see wanting to add a little interest to it too. Cause like, I like art and I think this process is really cool. But mixing it up with the fun story, I think it works. I think it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I like how you're editing, you're moving enough, like you're switching to different shots quickly, and so it doesn't feel stale. I like that subtle movement. That works pretty well. I kind of want to see more close-ups of the dog though, in the real life. Like, I feel like we don't quite get a great shot of the dog, you know? And I kind of want that. I kind of want to see more puppers. That's all. All right. Jacob. Sound effects and background music are still missing. Would love to know if the flow is nice and the video is interesting to watch, the hook and the premise. The topic is fairly technical, but I did my best to make it clear and engaging. Okay, so the title of this is Fingerprint Recognition from Scratch, or I made fingerprint recognition from scratch. Okay.
Fingerprints are by far the fastest way to authenticate on modern devices, and they're so good we've been literally using them for centuries.
But how does it work?
To find out, I decided to build fingerprint recognition from scratch for a university project. Now that decision was either very ambitious or a terrible overestimation of my own skill, because it still doesn't work, and the deadline is in 5 days. If I can't pull this off, I will be in trouble, academically speaking. This has to work.
Will I triumph over the technology, or will I be punished for my hubris? We'll see.
So let me get you up to speed. The plan is as follows. 1. Take a fingerprint image. 2. Reduce it to clean, thin, ridged lines. 3. Find key points, ridge endings, and splits called bifurcations. Compare those points to a stored template.
This is interesting. I'm interested in what's going on.
The fingerprints are considered similar if they have the same features in the same places. All of this would be fairly
This is very effective.
to software. But we aren't doing things the convenient way, of course. This is an FPGA. Basically, a blank slate of processor silicon that you wire into existence. And this is the cheapest optical sensor I could find on AliExpress. What could ever go wrong? We are doing all of this by creating specialized hardware. Instead of defining functions and variables, we define signals that interact with components. Instead of lines of code executing in series, we build hardware modules. So each function is basically its own microchip. Writing code for a normal CPU is like giving a hyperactive chef a to-do list. They can only execute one instruction at a time, but they read that list incredibly fast. If you make a mistake in one of the steps, the chef just stops, throws an error, insults you, and points to the exact line where you messed up.
The f***ing boss is f***ing raw!
An FPGA doesn't do that. It doesn't read lists, there are no guardrails or error handling. Writing a hardware description language is like building a massive, intricate marble run from scratch. And instead of processing one thing at a time, thousands of marbles, bits...
This is overall very, very good. I think the biggest thing that you have here is you're showing what you're talking about. You're explaining it really well.
Fingerprints are by far the fastest way to authenticate on...
I don't know why this is two things. I would either zoom this one in or not have this one over. That's one thing I noticed. Is it looks like
on modern devices.
That's a really strange
And they're so good,
thing.
We've been literally using them for centuries.
But how does it work?
To find out, I decided to build fingerprint recognition from...
I think as far as this video goes, like where you're explaining what you're doing and trying to keep it interesting, I think it works very well. And if the rest of the video is like that, dude, like, yeah, I mean, there's probably like design things that I could make, but it's like, it's all dependent on the context. And if your context is like, hey, this is my experience doing this thing, and here's like the quick and dirty way to show you all of this stuff, I think it works great. It works great. I've watched lots of videos like this, and I feel like it is on par. It's
so
great.
Let me get you up to speed.
I don't know if I'm into the reverb here.
We'll see. So,
like, either you added reverb or you're like recording this in your kitchen or something, and I don't understand that. It's not that huge of a deal, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Great job. Great job overall. All right. Hey guys, I gotta get going here pretty quick, but hey, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for hanging out and for submitting your work. This has been so much fun. Again, if you want me to review your work on a regular basis, me and my team, Ground Control Film School is where you want to be. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that discount active for the premium for just a little bit longer. Okay, a few more minutes. And so if you want to join, now's the time. Here's how you can do it for way less, and you get all of our courses, and you get feedback from me and my team on a regular basis, up to 5 times a week if you want. It's the most ridiculous deal. Like, I feel bad even saying that because like it's crazy. So yeah, if you want that, there's a link in the description. And that's what we're doing. We're just helping people make awesome videos. Okay. So I hope that this has been helpful, that you've learned a little bit. And yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate you. Okay. So yeah, we're going to end the stream, and I think you're great. And there you go. Check out Ground Control Film School if you haven't. That would be awesome. Okay. Bye. 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 Bye.